Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum girls. Now we are going to start our second lecture, that is configuration of transistor. Now we discussed about the configuration of the transistor. As I discussed it, transistor is a three-terminal device. It's having emitter, base and collector. One terminal you call the emitter, the second terminal you call base, and the third terminal you call the collector. It's a three-terminal device. So whenever you connect this device in external circuit, you connect it in such a way that you take one of its terminal as a common terminal. So on the basis of a common terminal used in input as well as in output, transistor configuration is divided into three types. The first one is common base configuration. In this type of configuration, you take base as a common terminal as an input as well as you take it a terminal, this terminal in output. In case of PNP transistor, this P is emitter, this N is base and this P is collector. Now let's we use it as an amplifier. So we applied input voltage across the base and emitter. This voltage you call base emitter voltage, and we take the output voltage across base and collector. Now we use base and common terminal as a common terminal in input as well as in output. In NPN transistor, this N is emitter, this P is base and this N is collector. Now again we use base and a common terminal for input. We apply the input voltage VBE across emitter and base, and we apply the output, we take the output voltage across from B and C, base and collector. We can operate transistor in three mode. First mode you call the active mode. Active mode, we mean that in this mode we made the emitter base junction forward biased and collector base junction reverse biased. Then this mode of configuration of transistor you call the active mode. The second mode you call the cutoff mode. Cutoff mode, we mean that we make the both input as well as output circuit in reverse bias mode. We make the connection of emitter and base to the voltage source in such a way that this input circuit is in reverse bias mode and output circuit is also in reverse bias mode. And third configuration you call the saturation mode. What is saturation mode? Saturation mode is type of configuration in which both emitter base junction mean input circuit as well as collector base junction mean output circuit is in forward biased mode. So when both circuit are in forward biased mode, that you call the saturation mode. When emitter junction or the input junction is in forward biased mode and collector junction is in reverse biased mode, that configuration you call the active mode. And when both are in reverse biased mode, then you call it cutoff mode of the transistor. Here we only discuss about the active mode of transistor, in which we make the input circuit, that is emitter base circuit, in forward biased mode and collector base junction in reverse biased mode. Let's we consider the NPN transistor. In NPN transistor, emitter base is made forward biased in such a way that if N is connected to negative terminal of the voltage source and P, that is base, is connected to the positive terminal of the voltage source. Now emitter base junction, that's your input circuit, is in forward biased mode, and we make the collector base junction as reverse bias, such that now we connect the positive with N terminal and negative with the P terminal, mean positive with collector and negative with base. Now this circuit, that is your output circuit, is in reverse biased mode. We can also use PNP transistor, and symbol for PNP transistor is given as, we also make the base emitter junction forward bias by attaching positive terminal of the voltage source with P and negative terminal with the N, and we make the collector base junction, that is our output circuit, in reverse bias mode by attaching P with negative and N with positive. Now our input circuit is in forward bias mode and output circuit is in reverse bias mode. Now in forward biased mode or the active mode of the transistor, when we increase the voltage which is connected across base and emitter, there is increase in the current which is flowing in this input circuit. That current you call the base current. When we kept this voltage, that is voltage across collector base, constant, and we change the input voltage, then there is change in input current, that is base current. Initially, when we increase the voltage, then there is zero current because the voltage we apply is used to reduce the junction. As in last lecture we discussed that whenever we connect the P and N together, there is formation of junction, there is depletion layer. So initially voltage increases, we increase the voltage, but there is no current because all the voltage is utilized, there is flow of current, and these charges are combined with the holes and the electrons present in depletion layer. They reduces the depletion layer width, and after some time when depletion region layer region width reduces, now the current start flowing, and further we increase the voltage across input circuit, there is increase in the input current, and that characteristic curve which you draw between the input current and input voltage, when you kept the output voltage constant, that characteristic curve you call the input curve of the transistor. Now if we kept the input current, that is base current, constant, and we change the output voltage, there is change in the output current. Now the variation in the output current with respect to variation in the output voltage, the characteristic curve you draw between the output voltage and output current, that characteristic curve you call the output characteristic curve for the and that characteristic curve is drawn between voltage applied across the collector and base, that is your output voltage, and the collector current, that is your output current. So how we get the output characteristic? By drawing a curve between the output voltage and output current when we kept the input current constant. That's initially input current, that is base current, is equal to 0. Now when you change the output voltage, there is change in the output current. Output voltage, varying output voltage varies the output current, but very small current flow across the output circuit, and that region at which input current is 0 and very small current you get as an output, that region you call the cutoff region. Now we take the another value of the input current, that is IB, which is greater than 0. Now when IB having certain value, mean there is certain input current. Now again we vary the output voltage and there is variation in the output current. We increase the output voltage we mean that voltage across collector and base. Now when we increase the output voltage at certain constant input current, there is variation in output current with respect to output voltage. Now we change the input current and we take certain other value of input current, that IB is now having certain other value. Again we change the output voltage, again there is variation in the output current. We goes on increasing the output voltage, there is increase in the output current, but after reaching certain maximum value the current become constant. Again we take another value of the input current, and when we increase the output voltage for that input current, then again there is increase in the output current, and after reaching certain maximum value again the output current become constant. Now the region in which increase in output voltage, there is increase in output current. That region you call the saturated region in the characteristic curve drawn between collector current, that is your output current, and your output voltage, and the region in which output current become constant at certain output voltage. That region you call the active region. Cutoff region is that region in which input current is 0, and for input current you have very small output current. You draw this output characteristic curve at certain constant input voltage, certain constant input current. So when input current is 0, there is very small amount of output current, and that current you get at very 0 input current, that output current you call the cutoff region. And when you take the different values of the input current and now you change the value of the voltage across output, there is a change in current, that is your output current. First initially you increase the output voltage, there is increase in the current, output current, and after some time this current become constant. The region in which change in voltage, there is change in current, that region you call the saturated region, and the region when current become constant at variable voltage, that region you call the active region. And you know that each transistor have certain tolerating capability. If you increase the voltage too much, then there is destruction in the PN junction, and after a certain value of output voltage you get a region in which this PN junction destroyed, and that junction you call that region you get after that point, that region you call the breakdown region, in which there is destruction in the PN junction because it's not tolerating too much voltage. Now this is all about the common base configuration. I hope it's clear. If you have any questions you can ask.